Please hang up and try again.
Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire. It's Speed Freaks. Motorsports Radio redefined with Kenny Sargent.
We love to party.
Crash Gladys.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
And Statman.
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
It's going to be a heck of a 2 hours for you, Freak Nation. If you're watching us on MAV TV, how you doing, man? And, of course, the Freak Radio Network. We're all part of this big old thing. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Of course, we're there for you on Instagram, Freak Nation. Statman, Crash Gladys, Kenny Sargent, Richard C. Suave. We're all here and part of the Freak Nation. The website, speedfreaks.tv. That's speedfreaks.tv. The website to check out to get all the lowdown on the Freak Nation. Speed Freaks on a Sunday night. How you doing, MAV TV again? And, of course, the Freak Radio Network. Almost 23 years of doing this thing, and now we're on TV. To some people's dismay, but I'm pretty freaking good looking, and I'm proud of that stuff right about now. Yeah. Stat, man.
What the?
Coming up this hour, Antron Brown checking in from the winner's circle, top fuel pilot and winner from the 4-wide Nationals in Las Vegas. Flying those Lucas Oil colors. Antron Brown will be here in the Freak Nation. NASCAR Cup Series pilot and your winner from Bristol last week, Christopher Bell, will be here in the Freak Nation. And Crasher and I had a chance to spend about 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours at the Monster Jam truck race at Cardinal Stadium, State Farm Stadium yesterday. And we'll hear from Monster Jam truck pilot Cynthia Gauthier. She'll be joining us here in the Freak Nation. The IndyCar race went head-to-head, basically, with the NASCAR Cup race. Is that a great damn idea for the IndyCar series? Is it? Suave, you got a Twitter poll out there already, my friend?
Yeah, go check it out at Speed Freaks or at MAV TV is where you can go vote in our poll. And I have 3 options for you on this particular poll. They are race on different days, keep the same, or a night race, day race situation where you break it up and race at different times on the same Sunday. Right now, the overwhelming majority of people, 67%, are saying night race, day race. People not a fan of NASCAR and IndyCar going head-to-head. They started about 35 minutes apart or so earlier today, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter who weren't too happy about it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I feel like we have this conversation on social media with race fans every single year at this time. It's always a spring race that seems to go head-to-head, and nobody wants it. Nobody wants. I don't even think the executives of either series would want it, because I think we're beyond that point of I'm better than you. I'm the big bad NASCAR guy in the room. And no, I'm IndyCar. I have faster, better racing. I'm better than you. No, we're past that point. We need both series to survive, for racing in general to survive. Going head to head is just plain dumb, no matter what side of the world you come from.
That man, how do you follow that up, my friend? Or do you?
No, you don't. The only thing I know is that the race, we talked about it in our pre-show meeting, and it stunned me that the NASCAR race was under 3 hours. It felt like 3 days. The NASCAR race started 35 minutes before the IndyCar race and went on for another 35 minutes after the IndyCar race.
Well, there you go.
So, it got to the point where the post-race comments in Victory Circle in Long Beach were more interesting than watching the NASCAR cars drone around. But it was under 3 hours. I don't know how. It can't be that boring that it seems like it's 3 days when it's under 3 hours.
And it's Martinsville, for freak's sake.
I saw the average speed was slower than I drive on the freeway. So I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know.
Before we go any further, we have a new radio affiliate we want to welcome here in the Freak Nation, 100.9, The Tide, the home
Oh, here goes. Here goes.
of Alabama football.
Roll Tide.
Tuscaloosa. How you guys doing? Thanks for being a part of the Freak Nation. Thank you guys, David and crew, for allowing the Freaks on yet another freaking affiliate across the country. 90-plus affiliates, Speed Freaks on a Sunday night. And again,
got some Roll Tide red here. Where is it? Yeah, there it is.
A little bit. Yeah.
Man, it's tough for me to even say that, my friend.
Yeah,
But
well,
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
explain
Buckeye.
to-
What can I tell you?
I was just going to say, explain to the listeners, it's because Statman's a Buckeye fan. He's an Ohio State guy. Kenny,
Mhm.
you are a Texas Longhorn through and through. You bleed burnt orange. So, yeah, a little hard for you guys to talk about Nick Saban's team.
listen, Alabama kicked our – well, okay. Crasher, why do you lead me down this rabbit hole?
We had to. Come on.
I'm not going to go there. Getting back to NASCAR
No.
versus IndyCar. IndyCar's race, of course, was more exciting than the Martinsville race. I think it was a record few cautions for Martinsville. If it wasn't, it might as well have been.
Which should be commendable.
Right.
I mean, we should be celebrating something like that, yet
Mhm.
we're not. So I just wanted to throw that in.
No, but I'll give you that, Crasher. But and I think we'll hear some little bit of conflict that Denny Hamlin has, not just with the race, but with the new cars. We'll get to that in a moment. But like most radio and TV shows and motorsports, somebody's got to monitor the races. Crasher and Stat and Richie, they were monitoring the IndyCar race because I knew that because I was on the freaking thread. They were texting. I was monitoring the G-damn Martinsville race. It was like, oh my gosh, will somebody throw a freaking alligator out there? Will somebody just drop a freaking 20-pound weight out there? Something. Give me something to watch this Martinsville race, will you?
Yeah,
So
throw a giant hole in the track like they had at Bristol last week and watch them all dodge the canyon around the dirt there. I mean, literally, the average speed was 74. Now, how many people
At
with the
Martinsville, you're
sound
saying.
of my voice drive faster than 74 on the freeway? That's the average speed at Martinsville.
Yeah, that's harsh. And that's very difficult to watch. You are correct. That's you don't tune in to watch a race of basically highway drivers. You just, I mean, unless it's OJ Simpson on the 405 in Southern California, you just don't watch highway speed driving. You don't want to watch that. You want to watch racing because of technology and the ability to put rocket ships glued to the ground. That you want to watch racing for that excitement. And when you don't get the excitement, everything just it's all poo-pooed.
Freak Nation, your winner, Kyle Larson. It's his first win at Martinsville. It was, he's the last team member to win at Martinsville. Is that a big deal?
Hendrick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that a big deal for Kyle Larson? Was it any added pressure for Kyle?
I don't know if them winning added any pressure. If anything, them winning adds confidence, I think, when you come to a place like this that I've really struggled out. So, it is pretty neat that, the four of us now have all won here in the last, I guess, 3 years, right? I think, did Chase win in 2020 here? So, pretty cool and just shows that, which, I mean, Hendrick has shown for a very long time that they've had great setups here and have a handle on things here. So, but it wasn't easy. I mean, we didn't dominate the day at all. We really never even got into the top 5 there until the last run of the race. So, just a great job on my team, great job on pit road all day long, and great strategy calls and some good restarts there at the end.
Kyle Larson talking about the first win for him. It's Martinsville. On a roll. Is it another 10-win season, double-digit season for Kyle Larson?
I mean, I don't know about double digits. Like, that's pretty tough to do, and it's only happened a handful of times throughout the last couple decades, I guess. But I've told a lot of people around me, when I go to dirt races and stuff, because they don't follow it a whole lot, competitors and stuff. They're like, oh, how's your stuff this year? And I tell every one of them, like, man, I think we're honestly close to as good we're just as good as we were in 2021. So I think in the races that we've finished and executed well, I think it's shown. You know, we've been up front in every race. We've challenged for wins. We've shown that we've had winning speed at every single race. COTA maybe arguably is our only race this year where we haven't been, a contender on speed, at least for the win. But we were a top 5 car that day, I thought. So I've had a few DNFs, but outside of that, we've been in the top 2, I think. So or top 4, I guess, with Phoenix. We had a shot to win there and fell back to 4th.
Look, man, without a doubt, dude, that's Kyle Larson post-race joining us here in the Lucas Oil Studios on a Sunday night, the Freak Radio Network and on MAV TV. Needless to say, he's on a roll. And I don't know, Freak Nation, maybe we'll get to this in the second hour, where Jeff Gordon did his best to, not a mea culpa, but to plea with those that have such essy things to say about Hendrick and them cheating. They're doing something right. Look, Hendrick is doing something right. Kyle Larson is on a roll. Is it another double-digit win season? No, but we didn't think it was going to be a double-digit win season for him back in 2021.
Hendrick has done things right
for
decades.
We got to go to break.
Bottom line.
We got to go to break. We'll hear more from Kyle Larson, including, is he a big fan of that clock that he won at Martinsville? Might be surprised. Kyle Larson and Antron Brown coming up. Speed Freak Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add 1 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. 1 bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code UP for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code UP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code UP for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
The biggest racing series in America is coming to your town. It's time to mark your calendar. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. The Enjoy Illinois 300, presented by Ticket Smarter. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Don't be on the outside looking in. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Office of Illinois Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
baby. Speed Freaks on a Sunday night from the Lucas Oil Studios, Freak Nation. Coming up this hour, we'll hear more from your Martinsville winner, Kyle Larson. And is he digging this grandfather's clock? We'll get to that. Antron Brown, your top fuel winner from the 4-Wide Nationals. He'll be here coming up. What time is it? In about 15 minutes. Also going to hear from Christopher Bell, NASCAR Cup Series star. We caught up with him earlier here in the Freak Nation. Does he party? Does he party with his crew chief? Yeah, the hard-hitting news from the Freaks. We'll get to that coming up here in the Freak Nation. Lucas Oil, a fantastic website, lucasoil.com. You driving anything with an engine? What about pushing a lawnmower? Lucas Oil has the products to keep everything that you have with an engine fat and happy. What about keeping that Tahoe or that Mustang or that Lexus or that old hot rod you got in the garage fat and shiny? Lucas Oil has the products. Go to lucasoil.com. That's lucasoil.com.
Sorry. I just a slight addendum to your little promo there for Lucas Oil.
Yeah, babe.
It doesn't have to have an engine. Did you just call me babe?
Wow.
On air.
I used to call a stat man that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It doesn't have to have an engine. The penetrating oil.
Yeah.
Can I tell you how many doors, squeaky doors, we have fixed with penetrating oil? And little boat door that just refuses to open up and now does because of the. Come on. You've used another products for I don't know how many decades. Not even going to say it. This is better. This is better.
Okay.
Fixes things all around them.
Thank you, Crasher.
All around the house.
But
Just
again, anything with an engine.
Okay, anything with an engine.
How about
too.
that? Damn. That man. A little family domestic issue right here on in front of millions of people on MAV TV and every freaking audio app across the planet.
There's nothing wrong with you calling me babe.
No, I'm not talking about that, man.
With
You
the
just
oil.
Yeah.
Got
Hello,
it.
man.
Okay. Overhead.
Wow.
Right
All right,
here.
kids. How was that, man?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I was
Yeah.
not even going in that direction. You dirty mind man. You took it there.
I'm not even
Standing
going
ovation from the audience. Standing ovation.
I'm not saying anything dirty, Crasher. I'm not. You're the one. Oh my gosh, Kyle Larson, can you help us?
So anyway, Richie, how's the weekend been for you?
Awkward silence only, folks. We should just do that. I'm sure MAV TV and our radio affiliates will be very happy with that. Just me and you guys can fight it out. Me and Statman will watch the rest of the NBA playoffs tonight.
Oh, have fun with that.
Okay,
Lovely
Freak Nation.
NBA
Hey,
playoffs.
listen, hold on. There we go. I've got it. Let's get on the rails. I got it. It's back on the rails, Freak Nation. Kyle Larson, your winner from Martinsville, his first win at Martinsville. He's the last of the current Hendrick drivers to win at Martinsville. But as many of us know, it's the grandfather's clock that is the highlight from the race win. Kyle Larson, are you a fan of the grandfather's clock, my friend?
Yeah, I'm not into clocks or anything like that. So, being that it's a clock doesn't add any significance to me. But I think every time you look at it and it'll remind me of the 10 years of struggling I've had here, and then to accomplish the win that we now have. So, and the work, and this was probably the first weekend I've showed up here with a positive attitude, honestly. So I've left here just mad. I've hated this place. I've wished it would flood. I've wished a lot of bad things on this place, and it's not going anywhere. So it feels like I wish it was like that, maybe dirt, but no, it's yeah. So I think because it's such a tough track that's why it means a lot.
In general.
Okay, before we get into the grandfather clock discussion, can we give a little bit of context to this? Because he did bring up in that interview or that response there that it's been 10 years that he has struggled at Martinsville. And this is Kyle Larson we're talking about, a championship driver, already been coined as one of the greatest in the future. We're just going to, apparently we still have yet to see it. But here's the deal. Josh Wise, former driver himself, now works with Kyle Larson in many capacities. He tweeted this not long after the win today. 1 year ago this week, I was on the phone with Kyle Larson. He just finished practice at Martinsville and didn't feel great about what he had. He was on his way home to run some iRacing and test some techniques that he and I were seeing in the data. Wait for it. The next day when we spoke, we're talking just hours later, he had already run over 500 laps on iRacing at Martinsville and had cut snips of his data and had a game plan. Put it this way, guys, since 2017, I've watched him push himself to learn at a track that he has never felt comfortable at. The most notable part, it has remained the track that he has put the absolute most work into. So there you go. It's not like these guys get this massive fame and talent. They got to still work at it too, just like we try to tell our kids. Work, work, work. It'll pay off. And finally it did for him.
Statman, I wonder if I'm going to have that instance where I am pretty, I sounded conceited here, but I'm under the belief that our daughter is going to be winning some things in her lifetime, all right? But if she wins a special medal or a trophy, if she drops out there, well, I'm not really into trophies, I'll just go, oh, no, don't say S like that, baby. Larson, don't say you don't like clocks. Fox spent 30 minutes talking about this G-damn clock, man. Don't say you don't like clocks, bro.
You want to mention this is the bad time in history to talk about Fox talking about things that they don't like.
Uh-oh. Easy.
Wait, take it back on the rails.
Okay, I'm going to be muting Statman here momentarily. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're back on the rails. Kyle Larson, this if you've ever seen a grandfather's clock, raise your hand. Do you know anyone that has a grandfather's clock?
Okay, hold on. It's not grandfather's. It's grandfather. It's driving me crazy when you're pluralizing it. It's singular, dude.
So anyway, Richie, the NBA playoffs tonight.
It's a grandfather clock. It's not a clock that's possessive to somebody else, or it's not multiple clocks. It's a grandfather clock.
I'm talking about multiple grandfathers who have clocks. Grandfather's clock.
No, you're not.
My poor daughter, man.
I love grandfather clocks.
Screw it. I got to get to the soundbite. The legend that is Bob Pockras. This is so good. Bob Pockras, if you're a NASCAR fan, if you're on Twitter, social media, you know who Bob Pockras is. He's at every race. He's your insider for Fox and NASCAR. For Bob Pockras to ask this question, I kind of looked around my shoulder thinking, was that me, Stat, or Crash asking this question?
Chris, Fox Sports. So did you feel like you had this place figured out today, or did you suck and just have track position in a good car?
Come on. We want to hear it one more time from Bob Pockras asking Kyle Larson.
He pulled a freak.
Chris, Fox Sports. So did you feel like you had this place figured out today, or did you suck and just have track position in a good car?
That is so good.
Awesome. It's a good thing that Larson laughed, because I could think of at least one other driver whose initials are KB who would have cursed and got up and walked out of the place after a question like that.
Chris, Fox Sports. So did you feel like you had this place figured out today, or did you suck and just have track position in a good car?
Thanks, Bob. Well, so I guess I'll just kind of take you through my race. The first run of the race, we started 19th and drove to 10th really easily, and my car felt really good, and I was like, all right, this is going to be a great day. Like, this next run, we're going to put tires on, I'm going to drive right to the front, we're going to be battling up front the whole rest of the race. And then the next run, I was really bad. Next couple runs, I was really bad, and then then I was like, not really pouty. I was trying to stay positive, but I was like, okay, it's just typical Martinsville. Like, I'm tight in the center, loose off like always. Now I suck, and it's probably me. But the car's fine. It's just me. But, then they kept working on it and got us better and better. And, we never once did I really feel like we had the car to win. But we made the right strategy calls to stay out when there was that weird cycle.
I cut that audio because it goes on about as long as the damn race. But I just wanted to get to the point about Bob Pockras and him talking about being pouty. That was greatness. That's Kyle Larson, post-race at Martinsville. His first win at Martinsville. Did we want to ask that question? We've got about 45 seconds. Did we want to ask that question on Twitter?
Grandfather?
It's already out. You can find it at MavTV on Twitter asking, do you know anyone who owns a grandfather clock? So far, 75% say yes.
Yes.
Crasher's parents have one, and if I'm in bed before 10 o'clock, I'm going to go down there with a shotgun and blow that damn thing up because it dongs until freaking 10 o'clock at night.
No, it dongs until 11.
Oh, my gosh. Stupid clock. I'm with you, Larson.
And then 7 a.m. Boom, better be awake.
I'm with you, Larson. What happened to our clock? There's a size 12 Nike. Kenny.
Yeah, who wears Nikes? Kenny does.
Freak Nation and Tron Brown, top fuel winner, joining us next. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios. Freak Nation.
I mean, I don't know about double digits. Like, that's pretty tough to do.
We're tired of hearing from you there, young man.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two Wheel Tuesday.
Country music legend Dirk Bentley is hitting the road, and he's bringing his Gravel and Gold Tour to Worldwide Technology Raceway.
On you, cause the beer's on me.
Sunday, June 4th, headlining the Confluence Music Festival. Go to www.traceway.com or MetroTix to get your tickets now.
Yeah, it feels like gold.
Dirk Bentley, only on NASCAR Weekend, only at the Confluence Music Festival.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
As a trucker, you've seen every kind of road condition out there. One of the toughest is icy, freezing weather, which can thicken diesel fuel and plug system filters. That's why you need Lucas Anti-Gel Cold Weather Diesel Treatment. It prevents fuel gelling at extremely cold temperatures, lowers the cold filter plugging point of diesel and biodiesel fuels, and removes moisture from the entire fuel system. In turn, you get maximum performance and reliability. For more info, visit lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, if it's mayhem, it's got to be Antron Brown checking in from Las Vegas. 4-wide Nationals winning the top fuel class. Brother, congratulations. You got it over with early this year, babe.
Hey, we got it in there, boy. We got it in there. And I tell you what, we got to that final, and we did a little speed freaks on them. We gave them a little freak. We gave them a little sneaker peek, freak-a-deek on them.
Old school rope-a-dope dope.
No, Lord. It was a good day. It was a good day, and credit goes to the whole team. The whole team's been doing a fantastic job. And we were, we just kept at it. We kept at it, and we made it happen. And I'm super proud of all of our Baco, Lucas Oil, Toyota FB, Pizza First, and FTC Coffee guys. They did a great job.
Antron Brown. Yeah, real quick, Antron Brown here in the Freak Nation. What is it? Where are you right now versus where you were last year when it took you till freaking August to figure this thing out?
Well, we're way ahead. We took off from last year, but we've been working on our guys been working on some power, and we got some power this year, and we've just been trying to harness it because we run big mile an hour. Been working, we could run the short part of the track, and in the final, the car was running on me, and we just gotta keep it up. We gotta keep it going, and we're only going to improve with every race we go to, and our main focus is to be ready for that countdown because there's some stiff competition out there. There's some crazy competition.
Yes, it is. Antron, I know right now it doesn't really matter because you have the Wally in your hand, but starting off the weekend was not as easy as maybe anticipated by some. How did you go through those corrections, and how do you deal with a weekend like that starts off not so great, but then, hey, you end up awesome?
Well, Crash, we never lost the faith. And the main thing of it is our car was on some good runs, and just the conditions here were like halfway to Denver. And our crew chief, Brian and Mark, Bradley said our stuff was over-carbureted because we kept on dropping holes. So when we ran to 76, the next run after that, we tuned her up to try to run a low 70, and it did what we wanted to, but it dropped the hole 40 feet out. And then all we did first round, we had loaded for Bear because you're racing Brittany Force and Tony Schumacher, but we were third pair, and we saw these cars smoking the tires. So Brian picked up that laptop, did a couple deals on it, so we could sneak her down there, and it was just enough to get runner up. Because Brittany, hold up, they kicked our butt twice, like first and second round. They beat us by fourth out, then ninth out, and that final, I looked up in there, those crew chiefs' heads were brewing. I saw the steam coming off of them. I said, oh Lord, I said all these jokers gonna be in trouble if this thing stays hooked up. And it was running, and we dropped the hole at half track, and we still went a 76, but our car was on a 73 run. So with that being said, it was awesome to get that win, and we're super pumped, super proud, and it was a great win, great win.
Antron, that's just a different mindset when you get beat arguably by somebody earlier in the day because you're going 4 wide, yet you race them again. It's just, wow, wrapping your head around all of that goes on at the 4 wide Nationals. I cannot even comprehend it. Right now you're on cloud 9, but I know the weekend wasn't always that easy.
Well, it's crazy. And what I mean by crazy is you never know what's going to happen because you make one little blip, you got 4 lanes, and you got all these cars. Now think about top fuel. 12 traveling pros. Any of those cars can win any given time. Tony, Brittany, and myself, first round, we all ran 78s. That's crazy. And in the second round, Leah, we lost Passy, and on the start line. But Leah, Brittany, and myself, we all ran within 100th of a second of each other. And in the final, all 4 cars ran within 300s. It was just a crazy, crazy drag race. And you ain't got no thing you go off. You got to go out there and you got to throw your best shot. Got to leave on time, hold it straight. But when you see that blinking light, it's time to celebrate. And I saw this. I kept on seeing that solid one. I'm like, we're going to the next round. We're going to the second round. When I saw this one, I lost my voice. I was screaming, yelling. People thought my car was still on. That was me.
Yes, the Antron Brown, winner of the 4 wides in Las Vegas. You answered my question already, dude. Your voice is gone, and I figured you had to be screaming like crazy under that helmet. and you just answered that question for me.
Well, Statman, I could have lied. I could have said, I have my voice too low, like Barry White. Like, hey, baby, turn off the lights. But I didn't do that. I was like, woo! But the craziest part of it is that my heart's out to my wife. Billy Joe, we missed her out here this weekend because she had emergency gallbladder surgery. Had to get her gallbladder out on Friday. And my daughter's out on the cruise ship watching the live stream, celebrating on the cruise ship. And my two boys at home going crazy. But Billy's under recovery. She's at home. And we get home. We're going to party like rock stars. I miss my baby. I love her. But it was just awesome to get this win, and I wish you could be here with us.
Dude, you're going to have her stay home if you're going to win. If she comes and
Not like this.
If she comes and you lose, she stays home and you win. What does that tell you about her presence at the track?
Oh, brother, I won all my I won 50 times my wife being at the track. That don't make no difference. I don't believe in stuff like that. Only thing about her staying home is that she don't get to hold that check. I gotta hide that check from her.
Attaboy. Antron Brown, 4 Wide Nationals, Top Fuel winner, flying those Lucas Oil colors. Brother, we're proud of you. Go party like a rock star in Las Vegas, all right?
I will do. I love y'all, and I just want to say a shout out. I love the Freak Nation, and I tell you what, hey, that Lucas Oil was running lean and mean in there. Because you know why? Because it works, baby. It works, and I love it. I love it. Mav TV, keep us right. Hey,
boy.
This is for Billy Joe right here.
Tell us that, man. We don't have good or bad sides. Chocolate looks good from every direction, baby.
Chocolate always looks good and tastes better.
That's right. We love chocolate milk. I actually like strawberry milk. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh my goodness.
You'll drink anything right now. Antron Brown, get the hell out of here. Will you get out of here before you get us kicked off the air?
This is for your wife. Lots of love. Recovery.
I love y'all.
See you, buddy. See you. Oh my gosh.
Love him.
Statman trying to pull Antron Brown into the gutter about bagging on his beautiful wife. Man, Statman.
Now, wait a minute. I wasn't bagging on his wife. I mean, how many drivers do you know when the people show up at the track, they lose, and when they stay home, they win? They're going to at least consider, why don't you stay home this time? See what
has certainly been a superstition. We talked about superstitions last week. Yes.
Exactly.
But no, not with Billy Joe. She's, like he said, she's been around a lot. She's been around for a lot of wins.
Yeah, for both him and her cousin. Isn't Angel her cousin? Something like that?
Oh, that's true. Yep. For Angel's wins, Antron's wins, and now Antron's son getting some wins as well. So, yeah, it's all in the family.
That's right.
So, that's Antron Brown, your Top Fuel winner from Las Vegas, 4 Wide Nationals, flying those Lucas Oil colors, by the way. His wife, gallbladder surgery.
Yeah, that was
one
just
of his
dropped
kids
out there.
They're on a cruise. Mm-hmm. Another kid under the covers. Like, are they sick? Under the whatever. Man.
Yeah, he threw a few things out there.
Statman, just keep your family at home, Retro.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Wow.
That was a lot. But I mean, like we heard with Will Power today during the IndyCar race, Liz is still recovering from her issues. And it's just, you just don't like hearing that stuff. But these guys still have to make a living. They still have to go out there and race, regardless of what's going on at home. Oof.
Richie, let's go to you, my friend. We have a question out there on Twitter at Speed Freaks regarding the grandfather clock that Kyle Larson won today, and just a grandfather clock in general, or grandfathers, all you grandfathers clocks out there. Do you know anyone that has a grandfather clock, or do you have a grandfather clock? Richie?
Personally, I do not know anyone who owns a grandfather clock, nor do I ever. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. They're really expensive because they're really, really massive. So I did put the question out on Map TV, and I asked the question, do you know anyone who owns a grandfather clock? 71% say yes. So maybe it's a millennial thing.
Well, I know.
I
You don't need to get into that.
What we're getting Richie for Christmas.
Yeah, here's your grandfather
Bro, it would
clock.
look so good in the corner of my apartment.
We got a break.
Bring it on in. Let's go. I don't live on the third
got a
floor
break.
anymore.
Crash Gladys pit news and notes and your Statman Scat all coming up. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios minus the grandfather clock.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two-Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two-Wheel Tuesday.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
This is Matt Crowder live at the gas station on 41st Street reporting on those skyrocketing gas prices. Excuse me, miss. Are you buying less gas now because of the high prices?
Oh, I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Well, does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Upside app and get real cash back every time you buy gas. This is Matt Crowder Radio News Network. Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SEAT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SEAT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SEAT.
Country music legend Dirk Bentley is hitting the road, and he's bringing his Gravel and Gold Tour to Worldwide Technology Raceway.
On you, cause the beer's on me.
Sunday, June 4th, headlining the Confluence Music Festival. Go to www.traceway.com or MetroTix to get your tickets now.
Yeah, it feels like gold.
Dirk Bentley, only on NASCAR Weekend, only at the Confluence Music Festival.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
You're listening to Speed Freaks Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Glad to see Formula Drift introduce a Hall of Fame in Long Beach last week, and the first inductees Sam Hubinette and Reese Millen. In fact, they were OGs in the Freak Nation as well. They were the first champions in Formula Drift. Sam and Reese were the sport's backbone when the sport was getting started back in 2004 to 2006. They brought professionalism to what could have been a rage-a-palooza that most people wouldn't have understood. They set a standard that forced many to reach while establishing an industry. They brought Detroit automakers into the drift paddock. Sam and Reese were road racers who asked the judges, what do you want to see? And they gave it to them. That was the groundwork for American drifting. Chris Forsberg was the first non-road racer to win a drift championship, and the series went on to change American motorsport. I sat with the World Challenge team owner once and asked him who he'd hire from the drift series. I thought he'd name 2 or 3. He rattled off at least 10. He knew them. And he said their car control exceeded most sports car racing professionals at the time. Sam Hubinette and Reese Millen were good shoulders to stand on. They're Hall of Fame guys, to be sure. Peace.
Your Stat Man Scat, brought to you by our good friends at General Tire. Now through the end of the month, Freak Nation, now through the end of April, you'll have a chance to get up to $70 back with a Visa prepaid card. Buy 4 qualifying tires from our friends at General Tire, and you'll get up to $70 back with a Visa prepaid card. Go to GeneralTire.com or SpeedFreaks.tv. Hit the General Tire link, and bam! You'll find out how you can get up to $70 back with a Visa prepaid card. Before we get to Crash Gladys Pit News and Notes, Statman, has there ever been a discussion to get a Formula D race tied in with a NASCAR race, a NASCAR road course race versus what they do with the Long Beach Grand Prix a week prior to Indianapolis, or excuse me, the IndyCar race?
No, I don't think so. The event in Atlanta runs on part of the road course there at Atlanta, and the first demonstration that they had, invitational demonstration that Formula Drift had, the Long Beach Grand Prix, they just drifted all the way around the circuit. But now they hold the Formula D points race a week before the IndyCar race, and then they have an invitational that they run before the weekend of the IndyCar race.
Right.
It's called Super Drift. But to answer that's a long way of answering your question. I don't think so. I've never heard of it happening. They're very different audiences, very different presentations, and very different drivers. And some people don't like the different tires that they leave on the track because it affects the tires that they use in the Major League Racing.
Look, with the new regime at NASCAR, I wouldn't put it past them if they bring a demonstration to Chicago. Crash Gladys, Pit News and Notes, brought to you by good friends at General Tire. Crasher, we got some results over the weekend from motorsports.
Yep, like we were just talking about, the beach. IndyCar was there this weekend. NHRA and Monster Jam were in the desert. Supercross in the south and NASCAR at the Clip. Supercross was in NASCAR territory last night, racing at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hunter Lawrence doing what the Lawrence family does, winning in the 250 ranks. Chase Sexton then inserting his name as a point spoiler in the 450s. Now, granted, Chase Sexton is third in points, but he netted himself with this win an additional 6 points on that chase. And with Cooper Webb ending up in 6th and Eli Tomac 7th, now those guys are just separated by 6 digits at the top. So, yep, 4 races left in Supercross before the Supercross title is crowned. Up to that Martinsville paperclip, NASCAR raced all 3 series. First, the trucks on Friday night ended up being rain shortened, and that was after starting historically. They started, I wasn't able to watch this. We were out with our daughter. They started on rain tires on an oval. I guess we're going back to that 74 miles an hour that Statman was talking about that the Cup drivers were reaching at Martinsville. You got a slow oval, you can do rain tires. It's mind-blowing though. Corey Heim prevailing through that bizarre tire issue, 2 red flags, and then a very motivated Kyle Busch held him off. Heim with his first win on the season. Xfinity raced on Saturday and literally burned the track down. John Hunter Nemechek with the win, but arguably making more news with, catching his undercarriage on fire, laying so much rubber on the track that he caught the track on fire. It was epic. If you haven't seen it yet, get your butt to social media right now and check it out. Kyle Larson was kind of fire of his own, finally, at Martinsville, winning the grandfather clock for the Cup Series. We've talked a lot about him in this show so far. It's been a track that's been very tough on him up until now. Running the exact same time as NASCAR. We'll get more maybe on that in a bit, as we've already got the poll out, excuse me, on @SpeedFreaks and @MavTV. It was IndyCar in the Long Beach Grand Prix. Scoring his first pole was Kyle Kirkwood with the Andretti team. And then, oh, hey, fast forward one day later, his first win in the series. So I guess my question is, has Andretti turned things around? They had a kind of a poor start in the first two races of the season, or Andretti's typically pretty good at Long Beach. Do they just have a great street circuit setup? Yeah, who knows? Also in Long Beach was IMSA, Felipe Albuquerque, and Ricky Taylor, the overall winners late Saturday.
Crasher, hold on a second. And I don't need you to comment on this, Crasher.
Okay.
Maybe if Kyle Kirkwood was kind enough to join us here in the Freak Nation, we can get Kyle Larson in here. We can get Christopher Bell. We can get Antron Brown. We get Cynthia Gauthier. But we can't get Kyle Kirkwood. Who?
Yeah, who?
Your IndyCar Series winner from Long Beach. We can't get him in here. What's the problem here?
That's not a Kyle Kirkwood problem.
Listen, we'll just leave it at that. We can get everybody else, but why not Kyle Kirkwood?
Every series gives us their winners.
All right. I just thought maybe we could ask Kyle Kirkwood about going from top qualifier to win. No, we can't do Crasher. Yeah. Let's get back to Crash Gladys Pit News and Notes.
NHRA with their 4-wide event of the year in Las Vegas for the first time this season. Oh, guess what? Antron Brown with his first Wally of the season. You just heard from him about, what time is it? 10 minutes ago. All right, in Funny Car, this is just blowing my mind. Some guy named Matt Hagan. Do we know Matt Hagan?
Jeez, again?
Yeah. Another win. Is this his third now? Or fourth? Matt Hagan just rolling in Funny Car. Dallas Glenn taking the 4-wide win in Pro Stock. But speaking of Matt Hagan, it was actually a double up for Tony Stewart Racing because, well, the boss man, Tony Stewart, he's won on the dirt track at Las Vegas. He's won on the bull ring at Las Vegas. He's won on the speedway in Las Vegas. And now in a top alcohol dragster, Tony Stewart is a winner on the strip at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Well done, Smoke.
How about that? You have all these alcohol top fuel or alcohol dragster pilots that have done this for years, decades. But Tony goes out. Hold on. Was this a divisional race or was this a national?
National.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
And Smoke goes out there and wins. Statman, how long have we been saying it? You put Tony Stewart in anything with wheels and he'll win.
Yeah, even a golf cart.
Oh, without question. Yep. Yeah,
So
he's
awesome.
he's such a good student of the sport. I mean, for the past 2 years, he's been studying the Christmas tree, which is the starting line basically in drag racing. He's been studying so many nuances of that and how the dragster reacts to, different ways of him, dropping the clutch and all this. He is so good at learning from other people. He absorbs everything. He's had a few red lights this year, but he's learned from them. And that, in anything you do, that's what makes the cream rise to the top.
Statman, you've had a chance to jump into many different vehicles, but I want to get the millennial take on this. Richard C. Suave, which would you excel in? Richie, would you excel in a top alcohol dragster or would you excel in an oval race in a stock car? Which would be your go-to, my friend?
Let's see. My reaction time is straight garbage. I like to go really fast, and I don't like to brake very often.
Okay.
So I can see how it could go both ways on this thing, but I'm going to go on an oval 100% because I like to go all out, pedal all the way down to the floor all the time, and just outbrake everybody at all costs. So I'm going to go with an oval.
A super speedway oval. So you can go flat out and just not really worry.
Yeah. If we got 18-year-olds racing Daytona and Talladega, I got 14 years on them. Come on. Hit me up, Arca. Let's go. Frankie Muniz crushed it at Daytona earlier this year. Talladega's coming up for Arca, I think, next week.
Oh, that's right.
Let's go. Come on.
The General Tire 152.
I'll wait for my call, Arca. Wait for my call.
I get you some tires, Richie.
Hey.
Gonna outbreak everybody.
You're going to wait for your call.
Freak Nation, coming up next hour, Christopher Bell, NASCAR Cup Series star. He joins us here in the Lucas Oil Studios. Cynthia Gauthier, Monster Jam truck pilot, badassery. She'll be here in the Freak Nation.
Oh, she got second last night overall.
And we're still waiting on the phone call from Kyle Kirkwood. More freaks coming up.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add one 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. One bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
The biggest racing series in America is coming to your town. It's time to mark your calendar. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. The Enjoy Illinois 300, presented by Ticket Smarter. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Don't be on the outside looking in. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Brought to you in part by the Office of Illinois Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Please hang up and try again.
Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire. It's Speed Freaks. Motorsports Radio redefined with Kenny Sargent.
We love to party.
Crash Gladys.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
And Statman.
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
Oh, baby, the second hour of Speed Freaks from the Lucas Oil Studios, Freak Nation. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. If you're watching us on MAV TV, how are you doing? If you're listening to us on one of our many affiliates across the country, which, by the way, a new affiliate tonight from Tuscaloosa, baby, 100.9, the Tide, the home of Alabama football. They join us tonight. Coming up this hour, Christopher Bell will be joining us here in the Freak Nation. More from Kyle Larson. Cynthia Gauthier will be here in the Freak Nation, and we'll hear from Kyle Kirkwood. He'll be joining us here in the second hour. This is how you become part of it, Freak Nation. Follow us on Twitter, the website speedfreaks.tv, and of course on Facebook, Instagram, bam! We're there for you, Freak Nation. And we're asking the simple question on Twitter. Richie, we'll get to that, the results here momentarily. A grandfather's clock. I had to say it, Crasher. A grandfather clock. Okay, a grandfather clock is the trophy for winning Martinsville. And Kyle Larson was asked about the grandfather clock post-race. And Kyle Larson had this to say about a grandfather clock. And we're asking a question on Twitter. We'll get to it after this.
Yeah, I'm not into clocks or anything like that. So
there you go. You win a freaking $30,000 grandfather clock. And but what did you say?
Yeah, I'm not into clocks or anything like that.
That's not disrespectful. He's just not a clock guy.
Anybody a clock person?
Clockmakers.
Yeah, the reason they have that clock is because they used to make those clocks like 2 miles down the road from the racetrack. That's why they give away the clock.
And you need a grandfather's clock to time the damn cup race. Hey-oh!
No, yeah, that would short.
I didn't say that. That's something that would normally come from the stat man. That came from Kenny Sargent.
You can email me at statmc@speedfreaks.tv. Do you know anyone that has a grandfather clock? Or do you have a grandfather clock? I'll say it again. My wonderful in-laws in Indianapolis, Indiana, they've had one the moment I met them to this current day. That damn thing at 7 o'clock to, according to Crash, 11 o'clock. Bong, bong. And it's a big deal, man. It's like, gather around, kids, get some marshmallows, get a bonfire, and let's watch this damn thing strike 12.
It was a great tool for helping to teach your, at the time, 1-year-old how to count hours.
True.
1, 2, 3. She was all into it. When it was 12, boo, it was a party.
And she also used to run outside to say hello to the freaking trash men that come by, Crasher. What the hell that means?
She did. She loved the trash guy.
Kyle Larson, are you a fan of clocks?
Yeah, I'm not into clocks or anything like that. So
it's all good.
And the fact that Kyle Larson, we'll get to some of those sound bites. If you missed it in the first hour, some of the sound bites where Kyle Larson, he hasn't won in Martinsville up until today. I think it's been 10 years since he's been attempting to run or win at Martinsville. And this guy says things that are frankly on his mind, well, sometimes to his detriment, but he said something in relationship to the track where he's hoped the freaking track floods to where they don't have to race there. Was that in the Bob? Right, was that in the Bob Pockrass soundbite crash?
I think it was when Bob asked, or did you just think you sucked here? And yeah, then he went on to say how he's wished many things on this track because of his bad fortune here. Yeah. And one of them was, I wished it flooded once.
Bob Pockrass asking the Freak Nation type question with Kyle Larson post-race. Bob Pockrass with Fox Sports.
Fox Sports. So did you feel like you had this place figured out today, or did you suck and just have track position in a good car?
Thanks, Bob. Well, so I guess I'll just kind of take you through my race. The first run of the race, we started 19th and drove to 10th really easily, and my car felt really good. And I was like, all right, this is going to be a great day. Like, I'm going to this next run, we're going to put tires on. I'm going to drive right to the front. We're going to be battling up front the whole rest of the race. And then the next run, I was really bad. Next couple runs, I was really bad. And then, then I was like, not really pouty. I was trying to stay positive, but I was like, okay, it's just typical Martinsville. Like, I'm tight in the center, loose off like always. Now I suck, and it's probably me. But the car's fine. It's just me. But, then they kept working on it and got us better and better. And, we never once did I really feel like we had the car to win. But we made the right strategy calls to stay out when there was that weird cycle.
All right. Well, that wasn't the sound bite where he's talking about hoping that Martinsville floods.
But he did say that.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kyle Larson, you fan the clock?
Yeah, I'm not into clocks or anything like that. So, like, being that it's a clock doesn't add any significance to me. But I think every time you look at it and you look at, it'll remind me of the 10 years of struggling I've had here. And then to, accomplish the win that we now have. So, in the work and, this was probably the first weekend I've showed up here with a positive attitude, honestly. So, I've left here just mad. I've hated this place. I've wished it would flood. I've wished a lot of.
There's the soundbite with him talking about wanting Martinsville to flood.
I wished it would flood. I was mad at this place. Good for him. Finally getting that monkey off his back.
I don't know if there's anything out there that I can compare to. I wish it would flood. Maybe when we played J.J. Pierce in soccer.
You can. Yes, you can. You just can't say it because they're a new affiliate of ours now.
Oh, well, no.
A certain football team because you're a Longhorn.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Tuscaloosa. Thank you very much for being a part of the Freak Nation.
All they have to do is say scoreboard.
Didn't we have someone on the show back in the day? What do we call him? Sponsorship killer? Crasher's affiliate killer.
Oh, sure.
Oh, just stop it, Crash.
No, okay.
Stop it.
You asked what you would want to
No. There's nothing out there. Stat man, save me, please.
Yeah, we had a driver we talked to once called another driver a mixer on the track because always an accident when people got around, and we had to start calling Crash the mixer.
Who was it? Oh, it was Robbie Gordon.
Yeah.
When Robbie Gordon, when he was running with Richard Childress in the singular Jack Daniels car, whatever it was, we blamed earthquakes on Robbie Gordon. We blamed wildfires we blamed our own accidents on, that must have been Robbie Gordon in the other car.
Yeah, hurricanes, typhoons,
Power goes out. Robbie's somewhere.
Yeah, we could blame it on Robbie Gordon, Freak Nation.
But now he has an amazing business building off-road trucks.
Real quick, Crasher, we got just about a minute and a half. Share with the Freak Nation what Robbie Gordon is doing.
Oh, of course, you're going to put me on on the spot there. All I know is he has an off-road truck business. He has a warehouse full of chassis for off-road trucks and I believe some buggies as well. And he's making a mint. I mean, obviously that is his passion in motorsports anyway, but woo, he's making it. He's killing it. Absolutely killing it. He still has his energy drink, Speed Energy. Right. So yeah, why not just build chassis for off-road too in your spare time? Dude's doing awesome.
Remember the time when his father was killed? Yeah, look this up, Richie. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know he died, but what are you getting at?
It just came to me. I remember that whole saga within the motorsports.
Well, you're confusing Robbie Gordon's dad with
no, his dad was killed, and I think I don't want to speak out of turn. Allegedly, I think it might have been an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife or something of that nature. Look at what.
Yeah, you'd be correct. ABC 7 News, ex-NASCAR racer Robbie Gordon's father and stepmother dead in an apparent murder-suicide back in 2016.
Okay, I was going to say Henley was alive, so I knew it was kind of recent. Yeah. We were on our daily show in Phoenix,
right?
Speaking of Fox Sports. And yeah, I remember that coming across and just being like, whoa, huh? Yeah. That's a shame. All right, let's get out of this.
Okay, now that we've completely brought the damn show down,
What the
speaking
heck?
of raining things out, Freak Nation, maybe we want to rain out that last part of the conversation there, Freak Nation. Christopher Bell will be joining us here this hour. Cynthia Gauthier, who flies the Lucas Oil colors in the Monster Jam truck, she'll be here in the Freak Nation. What a special freaking talent she is. She is something to see live on dirt for your Monster Jam trucks. Statman, I thought about you last night. We got about a minute here, but I thought about you last night, Statman, watching this crowd of 40, 50,000 people in State Farm Stadium where the Cardinals play.
The Cardinals would have loved that crowd.
Yes, and they would have loved, you know what they would have loved? The enthusiasm of that crowd. And the merch that they were selling was crazy.
Yeah, we were at the Superdome in Detroit. What was the name of the
Silverdome, yeah.
Silverdome, yeah.
The last
7,000 people screaming for the Speed Freaks. That's one of the all-time in the 23 years. I'll never forget that.
If you get a chance, Freak Nation, of course, your Monster Jam World Finals are in Nashville, but when a Monster Jam show comes near you, go see it. In fact, the group right in front of us, I know we got a break. They were 30-somethings. There were 4 of them, no kids, digging it. All right. Coming up, Christopher Bell, your NASCAR Cup Series winner from Bristol, will be joining us here in the Freak Nation X Lucas Oil Studio.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add 1 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. 1 bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code UP for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code UP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code UP for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
The biggest racing series in America is coming to your town. It's time to mark your calendar. Get ready for the wildest festival of speed in the Midwest. The Enjoy Illinois 300, presented by Ticket Smarter. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Don't be outside looking in. Get your tickets now at www.raceway.com. Sponsored in part by the Office of Illinois Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio Redefined.
Freak Nation, do you have MAV TV? You should. If you're watching us, then you do. Well, you might be watching us on YouTube or our Facebook page. Well, go to mavtv.com and find out how you can get your MAV TV, your motorsports network. Hell yeah, it's MAV TV. Christopher Bell won in Bristol last weekend on dirt. He joins us now here in the Freak Nation, and it was an early morning phone call with Christopher. A dude that wins a big race like Bristol, do you have trouble sleeping the night after and then the night after and then the night after?
Well, I can tell you that Monday night, I slept pretty well because Sunday was definitely a late one. It was obviously a Sunday night race. And then whenever we got home, the entire team went to Waffle House and ended up getting some breakfast together. So it was a late one before we ended up going to sleep. And then Monday is back to work and trying to discuss the race and how we went. So we had all our meetings Monday. And then Monday night was the night that we finally go to sleep.
What does Joe Gibbs Racing do after a win? We see how there are teams that will gather all the crew, all the guys back at the shop and have a big party or a big picture or a big breakfast. What does Joe Gibbs do after a big win?
Yeah, so typically after every win on Monday, well, after every race on Monday, we have our competition meeting where, all the drivers, crew chiefs get together and kind of discuss the race weekend. Well, before that, they have what they call a banner ceremony. And for anyone that hasn't been to Joe Gibbs Racing, up on the top of the race shop, there's a banner for every single win that the company's had. So I think it's at like 1:30 in the afternoon or something like that, right after lunch. Everyone gathers there, and the winning driver gets to go up and raise a banner.
Whoa.
This sounds like basketball. I'm liking this. I mean, of course, I come from a basketball area of the country, the Midwest, and raising banners is a ginormous thing. So is there a competition in how many banners you're going to get by the end of the year, whether it's per driver or for Joe Gibbs himself and for the team themselves?
Probably a little bit of pride amongst the drivers.
Yeah.
There's not really a prize, so to speak of, but I remember whenever I started in 2021, there really wasn't very many 20 banners. I know Eric won Darlington and the Daytona race at some point, but lots of 11, lots of 18, and Martin Truex had a lot of 19 banners up. So my goal was to get some 20 banners hung up in there, and there's a lot of 20 banners up there now. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, use that loosely, but more than the rest of them at least.
Well, hold on though. It's interesting you bring that up because in a sense, the way things are structured now with NASCAR and the points and the playoffs, do you feel the need now to just pump up a bunch of banners? Or, hey, you're in the playoffs. Now it's almost like, or is it, testing mode to make sure that you're at your peak by the time the playoffs come around?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year was a really big learning curve for us because I hate using that word because Adam Stevens, my crew chief, is, a veteran. He's won the Steel multiple times. But whenever we got into the playoffs last year, we only had the one race win at Loudon, and we didn't win any stages. So we really didn't have a bunch of playoff points, and it really bit us. And whenever we had issues in the second round of the playoffs and even the third round of the playoffs, we had those issues, and we didn't have enough points to overcome it, and we had to win the races. And thankfully, we were able to win the races. But, it starts in February, whenever the season starts. That's how you accumulate those playoff points to help you later on in the season. So, we've got one win, which pays 5 playoff points. And we need to start stacking them up. So hopefully we can win some more races and win some stages to pad our points position whenever we get to the playoffs.
You're one of those guys that might be the next generation of stars in NASCAR Cup. And some of the guys that in the previous generation are saying you guys in the new generation don't give them enough respect. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I would, I guess, encourage them to ask them what they think about me particularly, because I feel like I have a pretty good relationship with the majority of the veterans in the garage. So, there's definitely guys that race you hard and guys that have issues, across the garage. But I think for the most part, you have good relationships.
Who do you trust the most when you're racing? Teammates aside, who do you really feel the most comfortable with on the track racing side by side?
That's a loaded question. And Kyle Busch is one that comes to mind. He was my teammate last year, and now he's not. So I guess I can use that answer. But Kyle has always been great to me. Harvick is a guy. He's a veteran that will race you very hard if it's at the right time and place. But if it's not in the right time or place, he'll definitely cut you slack, and he's not going to wreck you at all. So always had a good run with Harvick, even Keselowski, Logano. Those guys have been really respectful to me, and hopefully that they would say the same about me. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's I would say Kyle Busch has been the most respectful to me, though.
Christopher Bell joining us here in the Freak Nation, your winner from Bristol. You got Martinsville this weekend, but getting back to Bristol, we've got the sound bites from drivers who say, yeah, take the dirt off Bristol. Bristol doesn't need dirt. I didn't hear a sound bite from you, Christopher Bell. You won the damn race. I think you're pretty happy to have dirt on Bristol, buddy.
I mean, I'll be honest, Kenny, it seemed like a pretty good race to me. Concrete Bristol is amazing, and dirt Bristol, it was not amazing the first year, and then the second year was pretty good, and then I thought this year was great. So, and that's not like the third stage I would call pretty boring for my seat because I just led every lap. But stage 2, whenever I was in the middle of the pack, I was just blown away by guys, passing for the lead. I remember Kyle Busch and Tyler Reddick were sliding each other back and forth, and there were 2 and 3 wide where I was. It seemed like a pretty darn good race from my seat. And, I think fortunately for Bristol Motor Speedway's standpoint, they're in a winning position, whether it's concrete or dirt. So good for them.
You know what? I think we do have a little bit of sound from you last year saying that you'd prefer concrete over dirt. So explain to me why things or how they got better through the years, not just you and your knowledge of the track and your knowledge of the dirt on the track, but is there something else at play there that made it better consecutively each year?
Yeah, I mean, the keys is 100% in track preparation. And, the first year they attempted to do it in the daytime. And that is an epic no-no for dirt track racing. And it was extremely hard to see. The track was literally coming apart because it was so dry. And dust was flying everywhere. Tires were getting destroyed. And then we learned from that. And then the next night or the next year, they made it a night race. And it was definitely on the way to being really good. And we had a couple rain delays that I think hindered the overall event. And then the third year, the weather was really good and the track was really good. And it was a really good race.
We're talking with Bristol winner Christopher Bell. You kind of hinted at this, Christopher, that there's different racing going on in the middle of the pack and the back of the pack. I know there's different styles of driver, different levels of driver skill, but what's it like racing at the front, in the front pack, the first 10 cars or so, the next 10 cars or so, and racing at the back? Does it take a different mindset to go through those 3 different races?
Yeah, that's a good question. And you're way more likely to have a full contact sport, the further that you get back into the pack. And up front, you can kind of separate yourselves. And we see like the first 2 or 3 cars can get single filed out. And then, you get back in there and it's 2 wide, 3 wide. We even saw a lot of 4 wide at Bristol last week. So, you're definitely on top of each other once you get back in the middle.
Do you find guys back there that, I'd rather not be around him, and that makes your race harder to get out of that group of cars?
Yeah. I mean, I think I can't, single anyone out. I don't know, this guy runs really hard or whatever. But
you could single a guy out if you want to. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have. There's no one in my head that I think of like that. But yeah, it's definitely tough racing once you get back there for sure.
Christopher, it's always fantastic when you roll in the Freak Nation. Congratulations. We're big fans of yours. We like what you're doing, man. You're making a whole lot of noise on the racetrack, and you're doing it the right way, buddy. Thank you for doing this, man.
I appreciate it. Go enjoy your coffee.
All right. Thanks, Christopher.
See you guys.
Freak Nation coming up next. Monster Jam truck superstar Cynthia Gauthier here in the Freak Nation and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two Wheel Tuesday.
Country music legend Dirk Bentley is hitting the road, and he's bringing his Gravel and Gold Tour to Worldwide Technology Raceway.
On you, cause the beer's on me.
Sunday, June 4th, headlining the Confluence Music Festival. Go to www.traceway.com or MetroTix to get your tickets now.
Yeah, it feels like gold.
Dirk Bentley, only on NASCAR Weekend, only at the Confluence Music Festival.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
As a trucker, you've seen every kind of road condition out there. One of the toughest is icy, freezing weather, which can thicken diesel fuel and clog system filters. That's why you need Lucas Anti-Gel Cold Weather Diesel Treatment. It prevents fuel gelling at extremely cold temperatures, lowers the cold filter plugging point of diesel and biodiesel fuels, and removes moisture from the entire fuel system. In turn, you get maximum performance and reliability. For more info, visit lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive.
The weekend racing is over, or is it? Not on MAP TV. Monday is All-American Racing Night on the network which never leaves the track. Sit back and enjoy grassroots red, white, and blue racing from America's most iconic tracks. Whether it's the precise lines of pavement ovals or the door-banging action of the dirt, MAP TV's Monday night lineup will bring you all the action from this country's legendary four-wheel battlegrounds. Monday night is All-American Racing, only on MAP TV, Motorsports Network.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio redefined.
Freak Nation. This segment brought to you by our good friends at General Tire. Do yourself a favor, Freak Nation. Go to generaltire.com and find out how you can get up to $70 back with a Visa prepaid card by buying 4 qualifying tires from General Tire. You have to the end of April to get them bad boys. Cynthia Gauthier, one of the most popular Monster Jam truck pilots on tour. We caught up with her yesterday afternoon, talked to her about a number of things. The full interview will be on our YouTube page at Official Speed Freaks. But this is a little slice of one of the most popular Monster Jam drivers on the planet. Cynthia Gauthier here in the Freak Nation. We were talking about this prior to going live, was how you're testing your truck out there, a little bit of pregame. I would imagine you've got to be able to communicate with, I don't know if you call them crew chiefs with your trucks, but you have to be able to communicate specifically what the problem is or adjustments that you've got to make in that truck in order to have a truck decent show time.
The technician definitely do a big part of the job. Last weekend I had a huge crash. We had a lot of broken parts. So, she had a couple of days to fix it, but sometime until I get in the truck and drive it again, we find more things. So, I go for practice and had a vibration and I was like, something is wrong. So, we find 2 bent shocks. So, we're able to fix it right before the competition. So having a little shakedown, the day before the competition is a must.
I hope we get past this point before I get the hell off this planet. But the fact that you said she is badass. Yeah. You have a female engineer with your truck. Tell me a little bit about her.
Yeah, so Ashley, she's a graduate from UNOH. She's amazing. She's out there showing that girls can do it too, and I'm so proud of her. She's lifting heavyweight because working on a Monster Jam truck is definitely, everything's really heavy, and she's doing everything the guys is doing, and, they treat her just like part of the game, she's part of the group, so it's amazing for me to be part, with her. It's a girl power team, and to have her on my ear, she's talking to me, and she I like to have a little song before I go for a freestyle, and she always do it. It's kind of cool. It's been a ritual, so it's pretty cool.
Is she just saying that to make you feel good? And when you get out of there, you go, oh, she goes, oh my gosh, Cynthia's gonna make me sing this damn song again.
I don't know. She's been doing it, and it's always been good, and she always sing a country song, so I always calm my nerve before I go for freestyle.
I was going to give you kudos for that, though. I like that because that gives you more of a behind the scenes, and you're really giving that to the fans. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's cool because social media really give the fans to show all the behind the scene, because there's so much work behind the scene that make everything happen. And we have some of the most amazing technicians. They work so hard. I mean, we're on the road almost half of the year, and it's nonstop. We're going city to city, and they make sure the truck is ready to go. And this year, I gonna touch some wood, but I barely miss anything. Truck's been running, and I thanks my crew because they work really hard.
Well, let's go behind the scenes with you, because you wouldn't be here had you not been a motocross racer, had you not been a fabricator, had you not been, well, let's just be honest, using Lucas Oil from the beginning when you were a kid. So talk about what brought you to Monster Jam, your motorsports history.
I feel it's passion. The passion came at a young age with my dad. I was, on the side of the racetrack, just smelling the fuel, and I just loved all the engine noise, and I was hooked at a young age. But I had nobody racing my family, so it's hard to know where to start or how to get into racing. So I went to school. I thought it was really important for me to go to school. I went for accounting, but while I was doing my school, I would start racing dirt bike, and I just I had that feeling. I was like, this is going to be part of my life. There's no way I could just do that for, part-time. I want to do it full-time. So I did finish my school, and I went straight to racing every weekend. And, I followed my dream after my school, and I moved to the United States and made it happen. And it's just been a dream come true for me.
I've been watching these guys behind us. We're sitting right now in the infield with State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. I've been watching these guys. They're artists out there as well. I mean, they really take pride in setting these flat tops up for you guys in the jumps. Have you ever done part of that as well?
Yeah, I did the dirt crew for a couple of years. I think it was pretty good because it gives you more feeling about the ramps. In dirt bike, it's really important to know, the ramps, how you're going to land. And to be part of the dirt crew was really helpful for me because I was able to be like, with that rim, work well, and the kind of dirt really make a difference. So this dirt is a little bit more sandy here in Arizona, and I feel like it makes a difference. It's a little bit more slippery. The track might not hold as much as like a really tacky dirt. So everything is a game changer when you kind of take the time to learn more about, what you're racing on. So for me, it was cool to be part of the dirt crew. I got to work on Supercross a couple of times and being part of the dirt crew with Dirtworks. So that was really awesome. So being part of they do such a big job out there. They're out there making sure all the ramps are good. And it is different. Sometimes weekend to weekend, you'll hit a jump the same way, but it react different because of the dirt. So, they play a really big part of the whole competition.
Do you sometimes miss driving with Monster Mutt?
I would say it's different. I really like the Lucas stabilizer, and I think that truck
clearly.
Yeah. I really just feel like it fit me so good because I'm a huge fan of vintage truck, and you can see it's more a vintage semi truck, and so it's one of the things I like so much. And I was always a big fan of big hauler. When I was a kid, I was always like this on the side of the road, like wanted to hear their horn. So it's kind of cool that now I'm the one behind the wheel and I want the kids to do that so I could use my horn. So it's really cool for me to be part of it.
And you're part of beginning something. The first time Lucas Oil has had a truck, and you are always going to be the first.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's not just a semi truck. There's so much history behind that truck that sometimes people don't know. But Forrest Lucas started a company and he was a truck driver. And that's why we bring back the semi truck, because he was a truck driver. He saw there was an issue and we need some product, and he invented the product, make it happen, and became such a big, family industry, business. So for me, it's like I'm representing not just Lucas Oil, but I'm showing that that whole creation of that business. So it's a family owned business. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I like how you say how it started, how he created the product, but you still have a big, big, big footprint with kids. So you're actually showing them and kind of being the example to them for this product at a young age. And it's going to stick in their minds for a long time because of you.
Yeah. So I used to spend hours with my dad in the garage, and I remember changing oil. My dad thought it was really important for us, even if we were girls, to know how to change tire, know how to change oil, know the basic. And my dad was using Lucas Oil product. My dad is really always using the best of the best. So I kind of knew it was a good product as a young age. And for me, when I came to Monster Jam, they've been using Lucas Oil forever. We use, I think, 15 product in and out the truck. So, it's good because we're running and the engine are running. I mean, we run that truck hard, really hard. I mean, we test it out. So, we prove that those products are the best.
One thing I love about seeing you guys all on this Lucas Alliance ambassador team, you can make fun of each other. Did you see what Matt Field did? He placed a Lucas Oil order for ATF, I believe. And did you see how much he got?
I know. It's just so funny. And it's a family. I like it so much how different athlete in different sport, we all talk to each other. We're all supporting each other. So it's kind of like we're all a big family. And it's super cool how it's just not so corporate. I feel like we're all close. We're all want people to do good. And I'm following other sport just because I feel like I know them. And if I do go to NHRA or anything, I feel like I'm welcome in their pit. So it's a pretty cool feeling.
I'm sorry, man. If you don't fall in love with that woman just from Statman, she's one of those personalities that we just want to see to continue to succeed.
Absolutely. And she is getting better. She was just out there a couple of years ago when we first met her, and now she's competing for wins. And that's cool. That's what'd you say, Crash? She missed winning last night by 1 point?
Yeah, she was second in the racing portion. She was second in freestyle, and she was, I think, sixth in the skills challenge. So 2 seconds and a sixth, and she ended up just 1 point behind first for the overall on the night. Oh,
yeah, there's a lot of guys who would like to have that record, and they don't.
Yep, very true.
We were there with another family and a 6-year-old boy, and his eyes didn't shut until he got in the car and he finally fell the freak asleep. Freak Nation, coming up next, more from Kyle Larson. Tony Stewart gets wet, and your stat man scat. It's all coming up. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios. You be sure to follow us on Twitter and, of course, the website, speedfreaks.tv, Facebook, Instagram. We're all there for you. That's speedfreaks.tv, and, of course, at Speed Freaks on Twitter. More freaks coming up from Lucas Oil Studios and Speed Freaks Pits.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two Wheel Tuesday.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
This is Matt Crowder live at the gas station on 41st Street reporting on those skyrocketing gas prices. Excuse me, miss. Are you buying less gas now because of the high prices?
Oh, I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Well, does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Upside app and get real cash back every time you buy gas. This is Matt Crowder Radio News Network. Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SEAT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SEAT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SEAT.
Country music legend Dirk Bentley is hitting the road, and he's bringing his Gravel and Gold Tour to Worldwide Technology Raceway.
On you, 'cause the beer's on me.
Sunday, June 4th, headlining the Confluence Music Festival. Go to www.traceway.com or MetroTix to get your tickets now.
Yeah, it feels like gold.
Dirk Bentley, only on NASCAR Weekend, only at the Confluence Music Festival.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
You're listening to Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio redefined.
to see Formula Drift introduce a Hall of Fame in Long Beach last week, and the first inductees, Sam Hubinette and Reese Millen. In fact, they were OGs in the Freak Nation as well. They were the first champions in Formula Drift. Sam and Reese were the sport's backbone when the sport was getting started back in 2004 to 2006. They brought professionalism to what could have been a rage-a-palooza that most people wouldn't have understood. They set a standard that forced many to reach while establishing an industry. They brought Detroit automakers into the drift paddock. Sam and Reese were road racers who asked the judges, what do you want to see? And they gave it to them. That was the groundwork for American drifting. Chris Forsberg was the first non-road racer to win a drift championship, and the series went on to change American motorsport. I sat with the World Challenge team owner once and asked him who he'd hire from the drift series. I thought he'd name 2 or 3. He rattled off at least 10. He knew them. And he said their car control exceeded most sports car racing professionals at the time. Sam Hubinette and Reese Millen were good shoulders to stand on. They're Hall of Fame guys, to be sure. Peace.
Lucas Oil Studios. Got to say it again, and I say it every damn show till you guys get sick of it. Coming up June 25th, 23 years of doing this on the Freak Radio Network. We started on one station in Los Angeles, and now we're on 90 plus, including the new one in Tuscaloosa, the Tide 100.9, the home of Alabama football. For more information, go to speedfreaks.tv to find an affiliate near you. Listen, man, we're on Mad TV. We're on every audio streaming app that you can find. SiriusXM, affiliates across the country. No reason why you can't listen to us or watch us, Freak Nation. Hey, what happens when Smoke wins his first top alcohol dragster race? What happens, guys? If you're watching this, you're about to see, Freak Nation.
Right there.
Yeah.
Not like Gatorade.
No, but
cold water.
Okay, watch this. If you're watching on MAV TV, and I apologize to the affiliates, it's not great sound, but Tony Stewart's getting all soaking wet. But watch the top of this cooler hit his lid.
Listen, over here. Other one. Here you go. Good, right there.
Oh my gosh. Watch this, man. Do it again.
Right there.
Oh, man.
Yowza. Yeah, we love you.
Somebody's going to pay for that.
Yeah, and it's going to be him, and he's going to think it's a hangover, so he's not going to get mad at anybody but himself.
Holy smokes.
Whew.
Suave, we got a
hit.
couple of questions out there on Twitter at Speed Freaks. Do we have some results coming in fast and furious?
Yes, we do. At Speed Freaks and at MAV TV on Twitter. 2 questions out tonight, beginning with, I think, the biggest topic of the day in NASCAR and IndyCar. Both series were running at the same time in the 3 p.m. Eastern hour, kicking off both of their races in Long Beach and IndyCar and in Martinsville and NASCAR. So we're asking, what is the best solution to IndyCar and NASCAR competing at the same time? I put 3 options out. You can also reply to us at Speed Freaks and MAV TV with your own answer. Race on different days, keep it the same, or a night and day race. And right now, the leader in the clubhouse by a mile, in fact, by more than a mile, 72% are saying night race, day race. So keep it the same day, but make sure you're starting at different times. Couple of responses I want to read on Twitter as well. And the one that stood out to me is the one that I think is probably the truest here, which is from Kevin. He says, problem is, NASCAR swings the bigger rating stick, so IndyCar will always get screwed in these situations. Isn't that the truth? We got the ratings from Bristol last week, the Bristol Dirt Race. It was down by about another 500,000 people. on Easter Sunday, but NASCAR still getting 3 million viewers. IndyCar would kill for these ratings. Crash. I tend to agree with what that tweet said, which is basically like, listen, NASCAR doesn't have to change anything. They're the leader in the clubhouse. They can put the race whenever they want. They're still going to draw 2.5, 3 million plus people. IndyCar is the one that's got to figure their things out here and how to get the most people to view their races on a regular basis.
But you would think, though, NASCAR also has NBC as their partner for the second half of their season. You would think they would want to do right by NBC and not jack with what NBC's programming is, just because they're friends, they're partners, they're whatever you want to call it. It just seems odd to me. It just seems odd that NASCAR on Fox would purposely, maybe not purposely, that's not quite the word I'm searching for, but go against their other partner in the year, NBC, going head to head with IndyCar.
Statman, lest we forget that the IndyCar series opens up for the NASCAR series coming up in August at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
2 different days, though. I know, but the thing, Kenny, that the whole point of his poll was, do you want to race on separate days or do you want to be in the same day? And overwhelmingly, people have voted same day, different times.
I just expect you to read my mind. We've known each other long enough. Crasher, my point is this. IndyCar is subservient to NASCAR.
On that week.
It's
Okay,
IndyCar opening up for NASCAR. NASCAR, like you're saying, calls the shots. IndyCar, it would do them right, and they might from time to time, it would do them right to look at that NASCAR Cup schedule and schedule within the window when they're not head-to-head with NASCAR. Screw talking about the discussion about the National Football League and NASCAR going up head-to-head with those guys. IndyCar's NFL is NASCAR.
Valid.
Don't do it.
And it's arguably what they did for the St. Pete weekend, because that was an early start. Well, at least for us on the West Coast, early start for that race on Sunday. I think it was 9 a.m. We on the West Coast had to wake up and watch the start of an IndyCar race, noon Eastern. Okay, so that's kind of normal, but overall, that's a pretty early race start.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that because when they ended, then NASCAR started.
All right, Richie. We've only referred to you once today, the residential millennial. Are you going with that one Twitter follower that mentioned about the discrepancy between the two series? Is it night race, day race for you? Is that your cure that ends
Just put it on different stinking days. It's not that hard. Put the race on Saturday nights. Perfect. I know you're going to go up against different other sporting events, but go on Saturday nights.
NBC has, well, that's not on them. They're on Fox right now. That's right. So NBC has Supercross, but that's right. Doesn't make a difference because they're on Fox.
And the last 2 years, Martinsville Cup in the spring was a Saturday night race. I truly don't know why it was a Sunday afternoon race this year.
Do we know why there aren't as many Saturday or Saturday night races for the NASCAR Cup Series this year? Have we heard anything?
What I've heard is they claim the ratings because of everything you can do on a Saturday night. And arguably, you don't want to be sitting on your couch watching your TV, especially in the middle of the summer. They claim there's just too many things going on Saturday night. Is that reality? Is that the truth or reality? I don't know.
You know, IndyCar could always go to a $1 billion settlement in Palm Springs and race behind armed guards at the gate with only 4,000 seats. That's what they talked about possibly doing. Maybe that's what they think will work best for them.
Get a new episode of Succession tonight.
That is kind of
It's like Succession music. Swabby, what do you think? Is this kind of close?
Close enough. I dig it. It puts me in the mood to watch. Succession had 2.5 million viewers last week. It's all-time high. It is closing in on NASCAR, everybody. Succession almost getting as many viewers as NASCAR every week now. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Put your bets in now.
A few more episodes left, period.
We get so geeked up for this show on Sunday nights. It's like, do I really want to go into another 60 minutes of a bunch of millennials backbiting each other because their old man's dead?
Oh my!
You did not do that.
What?
You did not.
That was a week ago. Oh,
no, don't even say that. Oh, Kenny.
Listen, I just started watching Sopranos, man.
Oh no!
Sorry, it's not Sopranos. You just ruined the season kind of
You can
finale
email me
season.
at statmc@speedfreaks.tv.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have to have you come start my car. Come on.
Spoiler alert. Oh, wait, that was 2 minutes ago.
Who records a series? Who doesn't watch it live?
Nobody watches it live. We all stream it. It's on the HBO app.
All right, I've upset half the millennials out there. Stat man. Crash Gladys, Kenny Sargent, Speed Freaks. Thank you guys for being a part of this big old thing. Thank you, MAV TV, for allowing us to do this and Freak Radio Network. Shoot the juice to the moose and Stat man.
Cut it loose.
See you, Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two Wheel Tuesday.